Hi, I'm John Haynes, tournament bass angler in Mound, Minnesota. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about changing the line on a reel. Now, in an earlier episode, we talked about the different types of fishing line. The one thing to remember is that fishing line does not last forever. And over the course of time, it gets a little weaker and it takes on water. And you want to make sure that you keep it changed. You want fresh line on your reels. Braided line, if you remember, we talked about three kinds of line. We talked about monofilament, fluorocarbon, and braided line. Now, braided line, you don't really have to change all that often. In fact, I've gone year to year without having to change the braided line, just making sure that it's clipped off on the ends, that it's not frayed. But with monofilament and fluorocarbon line, because I fish bass tournaments, I do a lot of fishing in the summertime, I probably will switch out line anywhere from, probably every other trip, or at least every 3 trips out on the water for a full day of fishing. So anything that's over 6 or 8 hours of fishing on a day, if I've got 3 of those trips, I'll definitely start switching out line. And one of the reasons too is that, sometimes you end up breaking line off, or you get a tangle and you have to come down a little bit. You want to make sure that you have a full spool of line. So keeping the fresh line on is really important. The easiest way to strip line off the reel is just to open the bail with pressing the button there, and then you just strip the line off. Typically I'll just wrap it around my hand and just strip all that line off, cut it off, and then you can toss it. Now make sure that you're throwing the line away. There's also a lot of places that do recycling with fishing line, so you can check into that wherever you live and see if there's a place where you can drop off your old fishing line for recycling. But make sure you're not just that it does get disposed of correctly, because that's important. So that's really a little bit about when to change the line, and in another episode I'm going to actually show you how to put the line onto a reel. So again, this has been John Haynes. Thanks for watching.